2 Esdras 15, 1-27. Vengeance on the wicked. Speak in the ears of my people the words of the prophecy that I will put in your mouth, says the Lord, and cause them to be written on paper, for they are trustworthy and true. Do not fear the plots against you, and do not be troubled by the unbelief of those who oppose you. For all unbelievers shall die in their unbelief. Beware, says the Lord, I am bringing evils upon the world, the sword and famine, death and destruction, because iniquity has spread throughout every land, and their harmful doings have reached their limit. Therefore, says the Lord, I will be silent no longer concerning their ungodly acts that they impiously commit, neither will I tolerate their wicked practices. Innocent and righteous blood cries out to me, and the souls of the righteous cry out continually. I will surely avenge them, says the Lord, and will receive to myself all the innocent blood from among them. See, my people are being led like a flock to the slaughter. I will not allow them to live any longer in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them out with a mighty hand and with an uplifted arm, and will strike Egypt with plagues, as before, and will destroy all its land. Let Egypt mourn and its foundations, because of the plague of chastisement and castigation that the Lord will bring upon it. Let the farmers that hoe the ground mourn, because their seed shall fail to grow, and their trees shall be ruined by blight and hail, and by a terrible tempest. Alas for the world and for those who live in it! For the sword and misery draw near them, and nation shall rise up to fight against nation, with swords in their hands. For there shall be unrest among people, growing strong against one another. They shall in their might have no respect for their king or the chief of their leaders. For a person will desire to go into a city and shall not be able to do so. Because of their pride the cities shall be in confusion, the houses shall be destroyed, and people shall be afraid. People shall have no pity for their neighbors, but shall make an assault upon their houses with the sword and plunder their goods, because of hunger for bread, and because of great tribulation. See how I am calling together all the kings of the earth to turn to me, says God, from the rising sun and from the south, from the east and from Lebanon, to turn and repay what they have given them, just as they have done to my elect until this day. So I will do and will pay it back into their laps. Thus says the Lord God, my right hand will not spare the sinners, and my sword will not cease from those who shed innocent blood on earth. And a fire went forth from his wrath, and consumed the foundations of the earth and the sinners, like burnt straw. Alas for those who sin and do not observe my commandments, says the Lord. I will not spare them. Depart, you faithless children. Do not pollute my sanctuary. For God knows all who sin against him. Therefore he will hand them over to death and slaughter. Already calamities have come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them. God will not deliver you, because you have sinned against him. And that is the end. Pray that God will give you understanding of what you just read. And remember, he is your only rabbi. Thanks for listening in. Till the next time. Shalom.